Hello, queens and kings. It's Dana Stewart Coates, Killer Queen Antique Jewelry. If you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking the video. I'm doing things a little differently this week. I'm actually pre-recording the haul for Friday's sale. So, with no further ado, let's get started. Let's start by era, shall we? You can see there's a bit of original thread still there. These are Georgian cut steel. They would have been on shoes, most likely, buckles. They're in fabulous condition, as you can see. This is a Georgian bar brooch set in 8-karat gold. That's 838, I believe. 838 or 835. It's rock crystal quartz. And you can see the black dot behind this one. Georgians did that to fake diamonds. Now, of course, if you had a black dot and a diamond today, wouldn't be so desirable. It has had the bar pin replaced, but that's sterling. George IV Georgian. Pearls and flat faceted garnets. Of course, foil backed. And this ring is in 12-karat, sort of a rosy gold. Quite lovely. Decent size. Whoop. Coming in about 6.5. Just put things to the side once we're finished with them. Continue with the rings. This is 18-karat gold. Massive, just over a 9. Of course, rose cut diamonds. Now, they didn't use white gold during the Georgian period, so that is sterling. Also foil backed. Georgian shell cameo. And that's Hera, the goddess Hera. And that comes in around a 6 3/4. This is gold filled and rock crystal quartz. It's a Georgian quizzing glass. They make fantastic pendants. This is 14-karat gold and a tri-sided rock crystal quartz fob. Georgian stopcock, which is the inner workings of a watch, set with garnets and turquoise. It's a fabulous brooch. Georgian 18-karat gold, rock crystal quartz. It does open. It is a double-sided locket. George the Fourth, 1820. Of course, that is a coin that has been drilled and set for a charm. Now this, the pendant is Georgian, foil back, rock crystal quartz. It is hallmarked, but the chain is, I believe, either Victorian or Art Deco. I don't believe that's original to the pendant. Actually, I should have showed this piece first. This coin is slabbed, so which means it's been graded and authenticated and sealed in one of these coin collector cases. This coin is from 136 AD. It's a Roman coin, so that's 136 years after the death of Christ. And we can move on to Victorian. And I'll show you the newest pieces first, and I'll recap some of the pieces that we've had previously. This is new. It is a fantastic doublet black opal. And you know, opals don't normally read on camera, but I'm sure that you can see this one is reading just fine. There is literally every way you turn it, there is every color of the rainbow. This piece is Victorian, and it is a nice larger size. I think it has been sized at some point because it is currently an 8.5. Now, if you're new to the channel, you won't know, but I have a jeweler, a bench jeweler. Of course, I am a jeweler, but as in I present jewelry. I have a bench jeweler who can remake pieces. My sterling rings can go up in size, but my gold rings, for the most part, can go up or down in size. Okay, new rings, let's see. Make sure I haven't left out any Victorian. Oh, I think. This really has to be seen in daylight to appreciate it. It's a banded agate, Scottish, set in 9-karat gold, which is the standard here in Europe, rather than 10-karat. This is 1865. It's a Mexican coin, set in sterling. This is either a men's or a ladies' Victorian British signet ring. I didn't give you the size on those other two. They are tiny, but they can be sized up. This one is actually a 12. So I'm sure it was a gentleman's ring at one time, but I would wear that in a heartbeat. Currently this one is a 6. The Mexican ring is a 6. And the Scottish gold ring is tiny. Woo! At just over a 4. But it is gold. We can size it up. At least 4 sizes. My jeweler Bob gets a little antsy if you go more than that. Let's see, this coin is 18, is this 42? Yes. 1842. I will give you a bail with purchase. Sterling silver bail to attach the coin. This lady's new and quite beautiful. She's a pendant. I believe she's French and she's Art Nouveau. Going with the ceramic pieces. This lady's done in the style of Satsuma China. She is a transfer, but she has had details hand painted. And she's a fabulous brooch. For those of you that have been with the channel, I have a piece. Oh, where is mine? Oh, my Sputnik. My Sputnik charm. I've actually found one for you. And this is all done in natural coral. That one's actually larger than mine. Didn't know that until just now. This will be a bracelet. It's a fantastic nurse's buckle. It's all hallmarked for, if you can see that A there, for 1900, which is just, you know, the very end of Victorian. Cherubs, an angel, and I believe that's the devil. So the angel over the devil. Quite fantastical. And I have a piece of sterling belt that I will have this made into a bracelet. But just to show it to you before. Beautiful hand-painted china with applied gold. Victorian forget-me-nots. Just incredibly sweet. Oh, let's see. Oh, there's a tiny either baby ring, or some of you can rock it on your pinky. I don't even know. I can almost get it on as a midi. It's a signet that hasn't been engraved. So of course you could have that engraved. And I actually have found an engraver. There are various little Victorian charms. That's a bell and a thimble. These would make fantastic charms. They're sterling silver cufflinks. And Victorian. You could split those up for charms easily. I'm just going to grab pieces and show them to you. This is, of course, a sterling Albertina. Adorable heart and tassel. And this one's actually smaller than many that I've had. For my girls that have a smaller wrist. I'll have to unclasp it, actually, to get you an accurate measurement. I'm not good with these nails and these little dog clip clasp. Well, y'all know I have arthritis. My hands don't work that well anyway. But getting a clasp open doesn't help either. So let's start it up there at the 0. Seven and a half. So it's not tiny, tiny. I don't know why I thought this one was smaller. Still, fantastic sterling bracelet. This one is very adjustable and also very rare and desirable. That is called a trombone. A trombone link. Of course, a tassel. And you could adjust this to any length that you wanted. This is also an Albertina. And the Albertina would have held a watch. So your watch would have clipped here. And this bit would have draped on your blouse or your vest. And the T-bar would go into your buttonhole. So that's how that would look. Of course, many people now wear them as bracelets. I think they'd be fantastic, and you could really rock it as a watch holder as well. That is a fob, and you'll often find them on Albert or Albertina chains. Many of those bracelets either had charms or are able to hold charms as well as charm bracelet. I have two of these, and they are hallmarked. They're Art Nouveau maidens. Very difficult to get a hold of actual hallmarked pieces of Art Nouveau. So I was quite happy to get a hold of those. I have a sterling spinner fob that is hallmarked in Victorian, bloodstone, and carnelian. This is a sterling with gold over gypsy ring. I love how this could have possibly been birthstones, or there's two sapphires, a pale one, a darker one, and I believe one of these is a diamond and a couple of these are spinel or white zircon. That's a gorgeous little ring. Now it's sterling, so it can go up. Or if you're lucky enough to wear a 5 1/4, and stay as is. This little urn is hallmarked for Victorian. Of course, it's sterling. That is sterling moss agate, Victorian as well. A Victorian heart signet ring, which is just about a 7. Oh, don't want to drop that so hard. Let's see. There's a Victorian, Scottish, cairngorm, citrine, and amethyst thistle brooch. Very pretty. Let's see what else is here that's Victorian. Pieces that you haven't seen, if you've been with the channel, clearly. Well, that's the other Art Nouveau lady. I love this brooch. It's cairngorm citrine, and this would have originally been a sash or a kilt brooch, and this is attached to the brooch and goes through the material and moves around to wherever you need it to position it. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. This is gold filled in Victorian, rose gold. A little kink in the chain there. And that's going to be 16 inches long. Let's see, what else do we have that you haven't seen? Oh. Now, I'm going to have to zoom in for this because you have to see inside of this Victorian pendant. This is, of course, rock crystal quartz. But I love inside of this crystal, it looks like there's a galaxy. If that is focusing in, it looks like a swirling Milky Way. It is so cool. I love this pendant. Of course, it's just marked silver. Beautiful rose repoussé. A lovely long sterling chain. This piece is also Victorian. It's Art Nouveau camphor glass. Of course, the center is set with the diamond. Nice long chain as well. This piece is very rare. It's solid sterling. I think it has been probably gilt at one time, but it's very soft gold. I think it stands for In Christ Believe. Is what I found in my research. In Christ Christians Believe, or I'll have that for tomorrow. I'm terrible, I forgot, sorry. Let's see. Yeah, this one's Victorian as well. It's a fantastic aquamarine. This piece that needs connected to that. It clips on or off of a chain. You have to actually clip it through the links. But this is raw crystal quartz, all hand chased, all hand engraved, and of course, Art Nouveau Victorian. I'll recap a couple pieces that we have seen, but they bear, well, no, they're actually, sorry about that. There are some new things that you haven't seen. There's Victorian amber ring. Oop, need to zoom back out. There we go. Gorgeous Victorian amber ring. Piece of Victorian micro mosaic. Now there does appear to be a tesserae missing there, but it's not going to go anywhere. It's still absolutely fabulous. I think is that it for the new? Oh, there is a little rolled gold crystal ring that is also Victorian. There are the Scottish pieces. It's an agate sampler. Now, this piece is probably around 1880s. This Montrose agate, a pretty gray swirly agate, is, of course, all hand engraved in 1860s. This is an operculum, which is an actual shell that the Victorians love to use in jewelry. This is very heavy. quite exactly sure what I did with my scale right this second. I will find it and we will weigh it up for you because you can't believe the weight of it. Of course, everything is well made because they just made everything well back then. This is Tyree Island marble. Only found one place in the world. And the buckle bracelets are very desirable. These two are agate link bracelets. This one has a hair keeper. And this one has a heart. Both are absolutely beautiful. I need to clear away here because there's so much more to show you. Oh, I didn't show you the Victorian. Oh, see, there are just a couple little pieces. There's a Victorian heart, an engraved heart. This is called treen. These little collectible pieces of wood. This is, of course, a lucky acorn. Kind of looks like an egg, but it's meant to be an acorn. And if you're not new to the channel, this is a piece of Wedgwood, which is set in rose gold. I think that is an 8, yes, size 8. So let me clear the way so I can show you what we have new in Art Deco. Of course, some of the pieces are staring at you. they're just out of shot, but they are staring at you. Saying, look at me, look at me. Hang this beautiful Victorian piece up. Chains tangle so easily. There are a new pair of rock crystal quartz pools of light earrings. I've offered a pair similar to these before, but these have newer ear wires. The other ones, I think the ear wires were sort of built into the earring. I will have a lot of earrings available. I'm going to quickly show you some of those. There's a new rock crystal quartz and marcasite Art Deco necklace. Of course, these are Victorian, the Victorian pools of light. I do have a few more of those available, but only just a few. Let's see. Oh, we missed this in Victorian. This is Victorian half florin. 1836 or 1837. This is when her reign, Victoria's reign, began. Let's see. Oh my goodness, there's so much. Our new Art Deco. Let's see, these two red ones are hand-painted Czechoslovakian. I think they're a little bit earlier than these, but I do believe they're all deco. Art Deco screw back rock crystal quartz earrings set in sterling. And they're open backed. These are quite fabulous. Let's see. Flapper length, carnelian and banded agate. This necklace, these are all sterling beads. So it's banded agate, carnelian, then banded agate, then carnelian, then banded agate. And of course they're smooth and polished like butter. Let's see what else is there. I think this is probably 1930s, this big cuff. It's swirled Bakelite. What else is new? Deco amethyst cabochon bracelet. Oh, I know, I forgot it. This is actually Victorian. Once upon a time, this was a book chain. And it was a book chain necklace. It's sterling and rose gold. There are a ton of sterling buckle bracelets and cuff bracelets. What else is new? It's deco. Let's put it that. Ooh. Sterling silver. This is actually a lipstick case. That's real coral on the bottom, and these are all glass. You know, I love knock it over. I love cool vanity items. Oh, there's so much. Oh my goodness. Those are Edwardian rock crystal quartz. Beautiful. Let's see, what else? Oh my goodness, how can I forget these? Now, I showed you the moonstone bracelet last week. Quite possibly one of the most fantastic Art Deco moonstone bracelets I've ever seen. These are Ceylon sapphires. There are 96 of them. 16 fabulous Ceylon moonstone and 96 Ceylon sapphires. Now, if that wasn't fantastic enough, I have to show you the new deco bracelet. This is over, I think it's 59.2 grams of sterling. Those are, of course, glowing chalcedony. The safety does attach, I just have it unattached for the moment because it was on my wrist. And I'm torn whether or not to part with it. It is so beautiful. I mean, clearly you can see it. I'm going to show you the tray items quickly. Oh, there are two gold buckle rings. This one is Edwardian. And this one is from the 1970s. They're nearly identical, but 50 years old and over 100 years old. Let's see. This is Art Deco styled, 14 karat gold. Fantastic white diamonds, and this was bespoke for someone. It's signed inside. That was handmade. Yeah, there, of course, there are rings that you haven't seen. An sterling Art Deco moonstone. Art Deco Dragon's Breath. Let's find the antiques first. Oh. An Art Deco white moonstone. Love that setting. Absolutely love it. There is also, no, that's not Deco, but we'll show it to you anyways because it is Deco style and it is 1980s vintage. Now, I'll probably have to zoom in for you to see it correctly. But it's Moonstone, Man in the Moon. You want to Google those. That is, of course, French blue enamel. There are shooting stars and diamonds set all the way around this ring. It is sterling silver with gold over. It's so gorgeous. I could, of course, have a size for myself, and I will if it doesn't sell. Look at the gallery even. There's a sapphire set in the back of the gallery. Because it's just a tiny bit too small for me. I wear 7 3/4 and it's around a 7 1/2. But let's see, what else is there? Oh my goodness. There's a huge, now this is a bit newer, of course, just vintage, but a huge, you know how I love my knuckle amber rings. That one's a larger size as well. There's so much. Oh, this is Art Deco. That is raw crystal quartz. It's foiled back like a Georgian, but if you can see, it is signed JHP. That is Jean Hippocampe Banlieve. He was a French photographer and fashion designer. This necklace is from one of his earliest pieces from the 1930s. Gorgeous clip clasp and paperclip chain. And that's all filigreed out. It's a beautiful necklace. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, how did I miss this? Can't miss this. Big, long chain. Now, I need to do a little bit further testing on it. I believe it's crystal. Was sold to me at auction as a spinel. But I believe it's crystal. I have a few pieces that are Deco styled. That's a huge pendant. We're just going to pile it here because what the heck. This, if you remember, if you've been with the channel, we had Aqua Praise on. This is an Aqua Praise pendant in the Art Deco style, which was the issue of this gemstone, which was 2010, 2011. This is new with the tags. It's never been worn. An Aqua Praise. Absolutely beautiful. Oh, we did leave a Art Deco on there. This is a tiny diamond heart. This is Czechoslovakian and Czech crystal. Their bezel set with a crystal drop. This is deco styled, of course, but orange fire Ethiopian opal. Another lovely sterling piece. Let's see. I believe this piece is actually earlier than what the rhinestones. Now they're just glued in rhinestones. Are they fabulous? Yes. They are also Aurora Borealis. But the real treasure in this necklace these are Dragon's Breath. These are Dragon's Breath. That, of course, is a Dragon's Breath. You have to see it on a bust. You'll see it tomorrow. It's absolutely gorgeous. I guess we'll just show you what's left on the tray. There's a vintage sterling buckle, larger size. These are the rings that are left to show you. Zoom back out here. I'll show you the newer ones. What are these? Peridot, topaz, citrine, amethyst. That is sterling with gold over. Same maker, I believe, because it is set with a sapphire as well. As I bought these three rings in a lot. And they are 1980s. These are rubies. They're set in sterling with gold over. And there's a sapphire in the band as well. Spessartine garnet. And this one is sterling. It is Russian or Soviet. Those are diamonds and Russian emeralds. And I believe this ring is probably Edwardian. There are 3 sterling torques. Various styles and sizes. Let me zoom back out there so you can see those. And I'll give you a quick look at what's left on the tray. Now, where the heck are those? There are more rings. Oh my goodness, I don't know what I've done with them. This is all vintage and antique. There are pieces of Niger. There are Niger charms. Mexican sterling. This tray is vintage 1940s and up. There's some big fabulous sterling charms. Of course, English bone china. That heart is white spinel. This is a fantastic example of Czech glass. This brooch, I believe it's 1950s. There is also 1950s Dragon's Breath. Set in costume. This gorgeous little amber heart. There are just loads and loads of wonderful, fabulous things that you'll have to tune in tomorrow to see. Of course, there's new uranium. Now, by new, I believe these drops they're Vaseline uranium. So, even with all the lights on, yeah, they're gonna glow. Oh my goodness. There's one Art Deco ring. That's smoky quartz. Here's the other one. That's a gorgeous, nice, dark citrine. I hate to say but I'm trying to think. Like, what else can I show you? Oh. I know what else. Art Deco, Milano. Lamp work. Fruit salad necklace. Just a bit of fun. Something to welcome in spring and summer. There's loads more. There's so many earrings. Oh, Russian, or we'll call it Soviet. Art Deco rock crystal and sterling. There are a ton of earrings, actually. I mean, these are Art Deco style. They are vintage because they're 1980s, but there's probably at least five or six pair like that. There are vintage white gold charms. These are 10 karat gold. There's a martini and diamond martini glass, a diamond sandal, and a diamond slingback. There's a peep toe and a closed toe. Those are 10 karat gold and diamonds. If I find anything else, I'll show it to you tomorrow. I want to thank you for tuning in. And if you saw something that you enjoyed and you think you'd like to purchase it, I will be live tomorrow at, see what time is that, 4 p.m. Eastern, so that'd be 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 9 p.m. here in England. Thank you for stopping in, and I will see you all live tomorrow. Goodbye, my kings and queens.